Hi, friends. Another episode of the Millionaire's Mindset Protecting Your Wealth. In today's episode, we want to talk about you've done a great job of creating income, creating wealth, managing wealth. Now we have to look at protecting that wealth. A lot of people can generate income, even manage it, make money. But unfortunately, so many people lose their hard earned income and wealth that they've created because they did not legally structure themselves in a way that protected their assets. The wealthy understand that in order to keep the wealth that's created, we don't announce the assets. We don't brag about the things we have. If you see us with it, if you know where we live, if you happen to know what some of their assets and holdings are, so be it. But I promise you that the majority of wealthy people understand this, that to know for to put your name as owner on all of your assets is the biggest mistake a wealthy person can do. It's really interesting because so many people on social platforms brag about what they have, they announce it, they tell the world, and that's the complete opposite of what the truly wealthy are doing. There are tools such as trust, foundation, corporations that are specifically there for you to be able to protect yourself from liability, from people claiming those very assets that you want them to know about. Protecting your wealth becomes the most important thing once you've created the income, you established the assets. Now you want to keep them and be able to maintain them generations after you're gone. The millionaire's mindset is how do I protect what I've built? How do I use the legal structures put in place for the wealthy, for those who have assets, to protect from personal liability, lawsuits, injury, damages, and those type of things? It's a completely different way of thinking. The millionaire's mindset is quiet. When I was growing up, I was told that you only want to impress God, your banker, your spouse, your children, your mom and dad. Everybody else is insignificant in that big picture. And by that, what we mean is when it comes to who should know what you have or benefit, more specifically, who should benefit from your great work, it should go in that order. Your God, your bank is going to know, they're going to be impressed because they see the money. Your spouse, if you have one. Your parents, because they have probably taught you what made you who you are. Your children, if you have children, because this is why we work. This is what we're doing it for. And of course, your family, friends, and loved ones thereafter, but they are not the priority. And too many times, we will never get to the levels of wealth long term if we try to bring too many people on the plane on the first few trips. All right. So, too many times you'll see wealthy people come into money, particularly athletes, lottery winners, and the first thing that they try to do is bring everybody on the boat. And that's just not feasible. And in the long term, it's not financially feasible for everybody that they're trying to bless. Instead, what we have to do, or what is my 2 cents on it, would be to establish a legal, safe vault around those assets that will protect those assets and the ability to enjoy those assets as long as possible without even those who benefit from it being able to mess it up. Have you ever seen a family, the patriarch passes or the matriarch passes, and the siblings argue over the estate? So, because it wasn't legally structured properly, when it goes through its cheat, that process, the government may take a great hunk of it. The kids, because they don't agree, I've seen property sit, go into disrepair, end up at the tax auction because there's always that one person, one sibling that wants the benefits of it but doesn't want to pay their share of the taxes, don't want to pay their share of the maintenance. So it goes into disrepair because the other people just can't bear the load by themselves, or they give up. And so now the property, which was, someone worked hard for that and meant it to carry on, is now gone. So there are mechanisms where you can set up a trust to where even the kids who are benefiting from that trust can't mess it up, or at least it's really hard for them to mess it up, because the trust can be designed to say, hey, here's how the taxes are going to get paid. Here's how the maintenance is going to be addressed. There's an executor of that trust that will handle all of those things, to where even when there's that person that disagrees, so what? They're not the executor of the trust. So protecting your assets, being able to enjoy your assets freely, being able to know that they're going to be passed down and that everything will be maintained. The word trust, the word corporation, the word foundation are going to be significant in the legal structuring and setting up of how you go about taking care of that. I'm Odell DeVay. If you'd like to know more, really get into it, let's talk about it. Give me a call. Visit us online, mercedesfinancialservice.com. Give me a call direct, 346-859-3727.